Oops. YouTubers and friends, how you all doing tonight? I myself am doing pretty good, besides a little accident prone lately. But besides that, it's gonna be a great show tonight, as always, with my good friend Toledo Jess. Hopefully Dano will jump in. He's up in the Windy City taking care of some business. We have the owner of Adventures in Prospecting with us later on tonight, and also prospectingchannel.com. He's been making some pretty good videos for a while. He's a good prospector, store owner, prospector, digger, whatever. We'll get more of the scoop on him later, but until then, I'll be right back with my partner in crime, Toledo Jess. Oops, doggone it, I did a boo-boo. Wrong one, sorry guys. And I doggone it.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live.
All right, everybody. Sorry for my technical difficulties. I had a major blonde moment. As you all know, I had my mic muted during my hook. Don't. I blame it on my thumbs. See, they're both bandaged up right now. I'll stick with that story, but we're gonna have Joey Wilson on later. Um, After Jesse has his rant and all, and we talk about a couple of things coming up. But he's the owner of Adventures in Prospecting in Oroville, California, and the owner of prospectingchannel.com. But until then, he'll be calling in after he closes down his store. So, what's up, Jesse? Jesse? Is your mute on, Jesse? Your mute was on?
Can you hear
Yours
me?
too? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Your mute
Wow.
was on too?
No, I remember just before the show started, I said my laptop is
Running
screwing up a little
really
bit.
slow?
Yeah. Well, I just now got onto the YouTube channel, and I hit the unmute when you called me in, and it didn't do anything. It just sat there. Oh no.
Ah.
So, here I am.
So we're having a little Murphyism as usual.
Yeah, I was trying to say hi to everybody. There's Mrs. Hookat and
Yeah.
Mother Load, Mojo. How you doing, buddy?
Mojo Wolf.
Man, it was just like it wasn't freezing. It was just got really slow. I see Luke Duke and James Van Cleef is here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my brother.
Right.
Jim's my brother.
Meditation Man.
Hey,
Oh.
Meditation Man.
Silk
Grotto.
Baggins.
I didn't even read the chat room when Jern was probably saying,
Hi, Jern.
muted.
The best there is.
Kevin and John Wolf,
right?
Jersey History Hunters, Silver Baggins, the Hookers.
Nate Pugsley.
Who?
Nate Pugsley.
Hey, he's a pretty cool guy.
Really?
Yeah, and his daughter is my #1 fan.
Nice.
And I hope I gave her a sticker today.
Cool.
Yeah, so
hey, look who's here.
I hope Journey really likes it.
Birthday boys in the room.
Yeah, I know. Mr. John Shaw is panning some dirt,
happy birthday.
some birthday pay dirt while he's joining us tonight. Luke Duke's here.
Licking Central Coins. I don't know who that is, but welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nate's wife's in here, too. And so Journey's watching. Hi, Journey. I hope you liked your sticker.
Oh, what a day.
And we also have Gypsy from all the way down in Texas in John's neck of the woods. Zero Discrimination. She'll be joining us.
Mojo says he can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Mojo can't hear you.
Wait, that was when I was on mute, I think. I scrolled up to say hi to everybody because I couldn't get on here. I couldn't type. I couldn't do nothing.
Murphy. What can go wrong will go wrong. We are gold prospectors and treasure hunters, are we not?
In training.
In training. Yeah, that learning curve, I tell you. So you had a rant tonight, huh, Jesse?
Well, I was saddened today by a story I read about a 6-year-old boy who got the crap beat out of him for sticking up for his buddy who was being bullied by some other 6-year-olds. You know, and I'm thinking, man, I mean, they're beating this. Okay, first of all, he's autistic, and he didn't like the fact that his friend was being bullied, so he stood up to the bullies and told him to stop, leave him alone, and they literally broke his arm. They rubbed sawdust in his eyes, cut him up, beat him with sticks, threw rocks at him. Now, mind you, these are all 6 and 7-year-old kids. I'm going, whoa. And I was really, really, man, that's sad. Then my wife tells me, well, there was a 10-year-old, 9-year-old just committed suicide because he came out to his friends, or he came out as being gay in school, and he was told to go kill himself. He ain't worth shit. Oh, sorry. Uh, but I guess, yeah, well, I guess the thing that really got me, really struck me about the whole thing was one of the comments, because I read the comments too. One of the
Well,
comments,
that's some of the best reading right there.
right. I come here for the comments.
So.
One person said, amongst a bunch of other comments, but this comment pretty much tells me that, because this is what I believe. I believe that we don't, what's the word I'm looking for, Ed? We don't, as parents, we want to protect our kids, and our
Well,
kids
most
do
of
no
us,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Our kids do no wrong. Well, that's not really true. Anyways, the comment was, um, the parents, if the parents aren't going to be parents, then the school should be parenting them. And I'm thinking, no, let's let's take the blame for what's going on here. If the parents not parenting, the school is not going to parent them either. The school is not there to do that. And if they do, what are they gonna teach? Uh,
They
you know,
already teach more than they should,
they're
and not
right.
enough
They're
of
already
what
too
they
involved.
should.
I mean, right. They're supposed to be teaching, you know, reading, writing, and arithmetic, and history, and those kinds of things, that, you know, math, and, you know, teach that damn geometry. You know, we'll never need
Right.
it, but
I don't know. It depends what trade you go into.
you need geometry in everything you do in your life. Everything,
I know it comes in
you
handy,
know.
yeah, on
But
the
I'm just saying,
job
in
site.
school, when you're learning geometry, what
Oh,
do we need
yeah,
that for?
that's more like algebra.
Right, right. You know, what do we
What
need algebra for? What do we need we don't need all that stuff. But
I think I was ditching surfing during algebra class.
but I think we need. I made I made a silly comment about that to you earlier, and I think that the parents of bullies, if bully gets caught bullying, and there has to be a punishment, and I think that the parents should also be punished right along. What did I say? Stick them all in jail for 6 months together for bullying. That's a little far fetched, but hey, sometimes that's the way I am. We got to do something about bullying, and not taking responsibility for what's going on, and having somebody else deal with it for you is not the way to take care of it. I really feel bad for the little kid. He stuck up for his buddies. He got beat up bad, and unfortunately, he's probably going to be used politically by a lot of different people. So, okay, I'm done. That was more than I wanted to say.
Well, it is a serious topic, though.
It is. It is a serious. I mean,
Because it's not the bully that really gets busted. It's the guy busting the bully in the chops.
right,
And,
dude. I got bullied in school, but the only way I got taken care of was me taking care of it, sticking up for myself, and putting up the good fight, win or lose.
in
Um,
my school, in my hood, if you didn't stick up for yourself, you were forever a target.
right,
I'm not a victim, and my parents did not raise me to be a victim.
right,
Just like I raised my kids not to be victims,
right.
but not to be bullies either. You know, a
I
bully
don't.
is someone like who wears a big belt buckle.
Yeah, yeah. And I've always taught my kids too. Look, do not bully. You don't pick on people. You don't do none of that. You don't throw the first punch. Whatever.
No,
But make sure you get that second punch in.
make sure you're doing the last punch.
Right. And I always got into a lot of problems with my kids' schools because,
You spoke out the way
I would,
you speak
hey,
out.
I let them know that's the way they're being taught. So if you don't,
Kindness does matter, though. Yes, it does. But don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
right. And yeah, that's true. It's not about fighting because a lot of times, a lot of bullies, Ohio Relic Color just put on, bullies want to hurt someone. They don't want a fight, which is 9 out of 10 times true.
Well,
If you stand up to a bully, a lot of times they'll back down.
we have
They'll be good.
several good points here. One by my brother James. Um, it's all starts at home. True. And then Josh from Beyond Sight and Sound Radio, a bully wants to hurt someone. They don't want to fight. They're the
Right,
ones that are gonna sucker punch you, and they
and
pick
run.
on the little ones,
Right.
the innocent and defenseless, and that's when someone needs to step up and do the right thing, sometimes regardless of the system's
Right. And
penalties.
like Hook says, sometimes bullies are bullies because they're being bullied at home. There's a lot of reasons for being that people are bullies, but we can't allow that to dictate not dealing with it. Just because that bully has a problem at home doesn't mean that we shouldn't deal with it. It needs to be dealt with. If the problem is at home, then it needs to be dealt with at the home. So you can't make excuses for it either. Yes, I know kids have problems. I know, we all have
We
problems.
all have
You know,
problems.
I I had tons of problems growing up, but
Should have seen the problems I gave my parents.
yeah. I mean, but it's just how you deal with it, And I think that I mean but I go back to this 6-year-old kid being beat on by other 6-year-olds. There's something wrong there. That's not something that 6-year-olds normally think about, especially to that extreme. You know, I mean, I don't remember being. Well, I remember being 6 years old, but I don't remember being violent like that. I was rough and tumble and all that, but I wasn't. We didn't go out and just beat people up. I mean that's like a little gang already forming. At 6. Okay, now I'm done. I just don't know. It just blows my mind that kids are so young now doing stuff like that. You know. So hey,
Well, it's getting younger and younger, and that's with everything. Innocence is being lost earlier and earlier. And my God, some of the games out there are
right?
brutal,
Yeah.
you know. We were just talking about. Hey Nate, are you still in the chat room? You know, it's like there are literally kids at home playing some terribly violent games,
Well,
and
I wasn't even.
they're like, kill you, beep 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 beep. Oh, you
We
know,
just, there again. I know we're kind of getting off the track here a little bit, a lot.
yeah.
I mean, we
Sorry.
just had that shooting in Florida over what? The kid losing a video game. Now, something that I didn't know, I didn't realize until recently, all of a sudden, was something that I became aware of was there are kids out there that actually make money from people who like to watch them play video
Oh,
games.
yeah, yeah.
People want,
Right here on the tube,
oh
right here
yeah,
on
right
the
here on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Have we talked about this before?
yeah.
Oh, okay. It's getting well. This shooter, he wow,
Very true, Drew. Jersey history hunter. Games, music, news all influence some people.
right.
So
That's true. Well, you could.
what
Hey,
you
look,
put in is what you get out
right.
too.
Look at Charlie Manson. Charlie Manson was Gaga over the White Album. Beatles White Album is what turned him. It
Mm, must have been the song number 9.
was the whole album. Uh, I mean, he just, yeah, right. The internet's even made it worse because,
Some people like to watch people prospect. Very
right.
true,
Well,
Drew.
no, I'm
And metal
talking about yeah,
detect
that
and river hunt.
right. Back to the bullying, Taz D. So yeah, the bullying follows you now with the internet and smartphones and stuff. Like when I grew up, there was none of that. So you got into being bullied or getting into fights, and it was done. You went home. It was over. Now it just follows you. And
Yeah,
there's
wait. Jersey History Hunters. He couldn't get in the band the Beach Boys. Yeah, that ain't I didn't you want to kill like Brian Wilson for not letting them go kill Brian. Yeah, some messed up people, and you know. Oh well, where were we?
we're going. We're going. We got an event going on this weekend.
That's
Gold
that we
Rush
do
Days.
at Gold Rush Days, and we have an event this weekend. Want to talk about it, Jesse?
Do I have to? Isn't it pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, see that right there. Take of that prospecting. Jesse's brainchild, right? Let's talk a little bit
Blame it
about
all
that.
on me. Well, we were
Gotta blame it on someone.
right. So we've been trying to get this thing together to do this take a vet prospecting. Because and we've talked about this before how pain and being on the creek and stuff has really helped me deal with this life. Um, so I thought, wouldn't it be fun to just help some vets out this way, take them prospecting, take them out, get them away from all the hustle bustle and crazy shit stuff going on in your head. Um, so we came up with this take a vet prospecting project. That's part the prospect prospecting it with Ed Jesse. Right, it's all part of the same flash in your pan production. So last year, we tried to actually do it last year, and we got people donated to us pay dirt and some equipment. Recently got a little piece of money to help us out for this weekend's event.
Some meat, and if Dano was, I saw Dano in the chat, but if he could have hopped on the line, he could have plugged the butcher shops and stuff that donated meat for the veterans that are joining us this weekend.
Right. My cat, or my wife's cat. Anyway, so last year we tried to do it. It's not, you know, most vets and people who've been in the military aren't real open to a lot of new things all the time. And it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I finally I started off with 5 prospects, veterans that were interested, and a couple dropped out last month, I think. So we're down to 3. So we're going to take them out there. We're going to show them how to pan for gold. I find panning just being out there, just relaxing for me. Helps me
It
out.
is therapeutic.
Right. And I guess you could say I'm an extrovert, not a shy person.
Luke Duke asked where it's going to be at. It's going to be at Gold Rush Days, and we have a nice area reserved for us.
Buckeye, yeah, right. Buckeye chapter has been real good about this. They helped us out.
They are our home chapter after all, and they are very good to us.
And they encourage us. So
yes.
You know, they encourage us to do stuff like this. You know, so the Buckeye chapter of the GPAA is our home chapter. So we appreciate that and thank them for that. But if you're in the Ohio area and you want to come have some fun this weekend, got nothing else to do, I'm sure it's a bit late for most of you. You've got plans already. Gold Rush Days in Belleville, between Belleville and Butler.
Yeah, what highway is that? That goes 97. Yeah, just south of Mansfield.
It's in the GPA book.
Yep.
So that's going on for this weekend, and also the OSPA, they help us out with this too. Like I said, we've had people donate, friends donate. A great group. The Thermal City 5 donated some.
Yeah. And the man who won it all, Dick Goldsmith. Well, Thomas Folks, veteran and donator and prospector, and what is he, Indiana State Director?
I think he is.
Yeah. Also, Jack and Donna of Up the Creek Prospecting. One of our sponsors here, prospectinggear.com.
Don't forget Carolina Prospectors.
Another one of our channel sponsors, Bill Brewer at Carolina Prospectors. No, I wasn't going to forget Bill. And the list, there's Patrick Moore's on the list.
Hey, Patrick.
For demo cons,
right.
And those help with Take a Vet prospecting and what we do with Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Right. We use that gold for demonstration, and we pass it along to the veterans.
Yeah.
Not to the scouts, but to the veterans.
Yeah, the scouts can pan it. They can't keep it. they gotta buy it from the chapter if they want to take some gold home. But
Hey, it works out. It works out. They
it
love it.
does.
They love it.
The kids love it. The parents love it. Some more than others.
Yeah.
And
It's funny.
it helps the chapter. It helps us, and we do what's important on education in our lifestyle. And what I like is the expression on those guys' face when you pour a 5-gallon bucket of crud and glass and metal and junk and sometimes needles out
Oh
of the
well, so hey,
riverways.
speaking of that, my we kids are back in school, of course. My granddaughter is a freshman in high school, and she's got a science class that it's environmental
Oops.
teacher, and talking about gold. And I'm always talking about gold.
I muted the wrong thing.
And the instructor, yeah, the instructor thought, oh, that's really cool. And I was explaining to her about all the trash we pull out, and how we do demos. Oh, you think we might be able to talk you into doing that sometime this year? I said, well, we'll see what's happening. So that was cool. Back in high school. Did I lose you yet? Are you on mute?
No, I heard you.
Oh, okay.
And I did accidentally mute the desktop for just a split second when I coughed. I thought it was my mic because they don't always come up in the same places.
Your buttons.
My slide things for my volume controls on my OBS program. Oh well, it is what it is.
Right.
It's live entertainment for you.
Well, it's live anyways. It's a matter of opinion, I think. Are you guys entertained yet?
I'm actually looking forward to Gold Rush Days. I do every year.
Yep.
And this one in particular, you know, some gave some and some gave it all, and
Right.
they get very little back in return.
So Bubsification happened to see the stream was live, was cleaning up the compound, love it. Well, thanks for showing up. You should call in and find out so we can find out who the hell you are.
Thank you. Well, I hope you become a regular.
Right.
Every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Normally we would have
See
Dano
you
with
later,
us.
Tazdy. Yeah, usually Dano the Mana's with us, but not tonight. Mr. Bob Drake's.
Hey, Dan's older.
They were, well, since Gold Prospectors Radio didn't air the other night, I jumped into Josh's show at Beyond Sight and Sound.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Bob's video, Bob Drake,
Right.
his video
Down
on, on the Knox 800 or 600. I think he has the Knox 600. And he didn't call in. I was going to give him a hard time. Well, he called in there. Why don't you call into our show?
Oh, he called in there?
No. I was hoping to. Then I could pressure him more to call into here. At least Jaron has called in several times now. Yes. So it is really Bob's turn. I think we have... I think we might have Joey Wilson with us. Hello? Hello, caller. No,
Hello.
apparently. Hello?
Hello.
Joey?
Is this Ed? Is
Yeah.
this Ed show? All right.
Tuesday Night Hangout Live with
All
Toledo
right.
Jess,
I think
Dano's MIA, and myself.
all right.
How are you
Sounds like I
doing
hit the
tonight,
jackpot.
Joey?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you tonight? Get your store all closed?
Yeah, we got her closed, but we'll be ready in the morning for the next group, the next gold miners.
You fairly busy there now?
Well, yeah, and not when we close, but
No.
yeah, we stay busy.
Busy
Somebody
enough
walks in the
to
door, are you
open
a
up,
miner?
right?
Yeah, you got. If you're not a gold miner, you're still allowed to come in the store. We'll
Well,
help you anyhow and turn you into one.
There you go. There you go. We might even have some of your shoppers in the house. I know my brother's here, James.
Yeah, James. Now, James, he's quite the detectorist, but he's a detectorist in more than one way. You know, a lot of guys they go hunting with the detectors and they collect what they find, but James seems to collect detectors. He's got quite a few of them.
collects detectors.
I'm kind of getting that way too.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be really interested in playing around the property my brother lives on. Apparently, there's a couple old mines on the property.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I always say, you know, we're in this area right here is the tip of the California mother lode. They always talk about the gold rush and the mother lode. Well, that little belt right here, we've got gold coming out not only as a placer, and we've got a hard rock deposit, but we have an ancient tertiary. So we have three sources loading up the mother lode.
There you go. I believe I've thought he said one of the mines was a drift mine, so you know that's going to the ancient channel.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then we've got not too far away, we've got that 16-to-1 mine where they get that they make that jewelry with the white quartz with the gold veins going through it.
Yeah.
I've seen. Is that where that mine is? That's awesome.
Very famous mine, the 16-to-1.
Yes. And from what I understand, one day a year, if you buy one share of stock from the 16-to-1 mine, you're welcome to go as a stockholder. They have an annual meeting every summer, and if you just have one share of stock, you get a tour inside the mine, and it's pretty amazing. So, and well, if you want to watch, we did get to go in there too, on Prospecting Channel. I think it's episode, 27, Adventures in Prospecting. You go to prospectingchannel.com and you can see the 16-to-1 mine, how they operate.
That'd be cool. I've never been, well, maybe, I'm trying to think back if I've ever been on a tour of an actual working mine or not. I've explored a few, but so.
Well, they got one back. I know they got one back east. I did do a tour back east a long, I guess it wasn't that long ago, from when I used to work for the Outdoor Channel, and Barry Massey, the GPAA, when I was his producer, we did a show there in, I think it was South Carolina, and there was a mine there. It was near the Loud Mine. I don't remember the name of it.
Loud Mine.
And they talked about the glory hole and all that. And we went in there, and it's pretty amazing. And it was open to the public.
Confederated Gold Mine or the Cresson Gold Mine?
I think it was the Federated, because the Cresson's one, that was a sort of a pay-to-dig place we went to as well. when we were
Yeah,
back there.
yeah. It has that stamp mill they run every now and then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Georgia, I believe. Dahlonega, Georgia.
Right.
And
Okay.
the Loud Mine, I believe, is in Cleveland, Georgia. But beautiful gold down there.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been prospecting, if you don't mind me asking?
Since I was, I guess it started when I went to college. My college years, I had an interest in it, but I didn't quite know much about it. I tried to poke around. I bought a pan at the surplus store or what have you, and then got a job in television here at the local station up in Northern California. And then I don't know, fate would have it. One day I got a call from the Outdoor Channel, and they needed a television producer. So, and it happened to be in gold mining, and it happened to be
Sure.
working for Tom and Perry Massey. So, and I didn't even know who the heck they were. So, at any rate, I went down there and they hired me, and then the rest is history.
Excellent.
While I was behind the camera, and all that, I got to see these guys and all the people they knew, and travel all over the United States and learn a lot. I really learned a lot, made a lot of friends, lifelong friends. So, it's pretty cool. Nugget Brain out there, he's listening.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going to be listening in today, and he at any rate, one of those characters I ran into along the way.
Oh, yeah. Wayne, he's usually in here in our live chat. I'm surprised I haven't seen him yet. We had a person that you've had on some of your videos that you've produced for Prospecting Channel, and I've watched those. A few years ago I found your channel, and I think I pretty much watched all of them.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't order the DVD. I thought about it a lot of times. So
it's all good. Yeah. So we mainly put our shows on prospectingchannel.com rather than on YouTube. We have some teasers there on YouTube, and we do throw some sort of more commercial-oriented videos up on YouTube. But for the quality and the time we spend, we like to keep Adventures in Prospecting exclusive to prospectingchannel.com. And you can watch on your mobile device now or wherever. So
right on.
I've got it pulled up right now.
I got the link in the description below, so check it out.
This is a free site?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to buy an extended length version of the free one, I believe it is, you buy the DVD, right?
Yeah, that's for the hardcore fans. I mean, you can spend plenty of time watching shows, like they're like 20 to 25 minutes long, just in television format on prospectingchannel.com. But like, if you want to get the extended version, it's worth the money. You usually get twice as much. If you really enjoyed the show, then get the DVD version. You'll enjoy it twice as much.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the season 1, all 13 discs. Oh,
season 1, yeah, that's season 1. Yeah, we started back making them in 2007, and
okay.
we just been. We always say, dig what you watch. We try to make it so that everybody's happy, while they're watching. We don't just, have myself on there or something like that. We try to get people in there that are knowledgeable in different types of mining.
Like Chris Ralph.
Chris
Ralph.
ICMJ.
Yeah, we had him on not too long ago. He has a really good book, too, Fistful of Gold.
Yeah.
And he was a great guest. He packed full of knowledge, that guy there.
Yeah.
One day I'd like to get Pat Keen on. I think our mutual friend Wayne Megabrain might have whispered in Pat's ear for me. So
I'll talk to him next time. I just got off the phone with him a couple days ago, and oh no, it was Mark, his brother, and everybody's, here in California, they shut us down on dredging in 2010.
Oh,
and
yeah.
supposedly the word is on the river that we're going to get back in to dredging next year, and it's going to be controlled not by the who was it run by? It was run by the Fish and Game and the BLM, and supposedly they're going to put it in the Water Control Board's hands, something to do with that. But I was talking to Mark, and he's like, well, yeah, it's going to happen, but it all depends on who becomes governor. So John Cox is going to be more of a better bet for us as governor to vote for if you're pro dredging and you're in California. If you want to support mining and if you want to support dredging, you're better off probably voting for John Cox than anyone else for governor.
Remember that. I know we have a lot of Californians in here too, so
Yeah.
Right.
remember that, guys. I know Dan Zoller's Cali and Jerry is California. We have a few in here.
And even if you're not, still you might have friends out there. Talk to them. Tell them, hey,
Exactly. That's what we're doing here. That's exactly what we're doing here. So, anyhow,
apparently my cat's making a big noise. I'm gonna go feed Lucky real quick. Take over for a second, please, Jesse. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I was looking at your webpage here. Looking at your programs, and pretty easy to navigate through here.
Yeah, we have those shows are on now, and then we trade them up and we mix it up. Sometimes certain shows are available and certain shows aren't. We have a new show coming out very soon, and we shot it with Tim Saylor from this Digger show, and this guy Woody Wombler who did Legends of the Superstitions out in Arizona. We went into an old wall. That's the most that I'm able to do at the moment. So we're going to do a full 3 seasons, and then we're going to continue back addressing mineral expeditions, which is the other show on Prospecting Channel, which is more oriented towards the rock pounder.
Right.
Yeah, if you're into geology and rock hounding and whatnot, that show may be more up your alley. It's a crossover though too, so a lot of people that gold mine are into other things like opals and petrified wood, things like that.
Before we go any further, can you hear us now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I clicked the wrong button for a little second again.
And.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
my top one's Mike. Remind me of that, Jaron. Sorry, guys.
We've been
wasn't
having issues
much.
tonight. First, my computer wasn't running. Was
So,
running really slow.
sometimes
Wow.
it goes so smooth live, Joey, and then sometimes it's just a disaster.
So, don't let
Yeah,
him
it's
kid
kind of
you.
like
It's always a disaster.
it's like leaving the lens cap on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rich,
So did when you know because you filmed with the Bassies, there's always all these rumors and stuff, about why he got out and everything. And you probably can't talk about it, but I gotta ask anyways. Did he really find a whole ton of gold, and that's why he's not doing
Who?
it anymore? Tom
Which one? His
Massey.
dad found a ton.
But
Yeah,
George,
His
yeah.
dad found
like-
hit it down there at Pine Log. They hit it. I don't know how much they found, but they found a lot.
like
forget how many ounces. I think
800
they found, like,
ounces or something.
Something like that. And they went down there. I can tell you a funny story. And they'll never get him because George is dead and gone, bless his soul. But they took some dynamite underwater down there and blew a big boulder apart that was blocking them from getting this big pocket of gold when they were dredging. And once they blew that away, then man, they hit it big time. So I know that Tom was part of that operation, and that I know that he and his brother inherited a lot of that poke. So, in that sense, yes. And plus, they were getting it all along. But all the time when you're working with them, they would be giving it away. They didn't really keep it for themselves. It was part of the common mining operation. And if you look at the GPA as a whole, when they do their common operations, yeah, they're getting a lot of gold, but they were giving it out to the members with their raffles and whatnot. So that made it all the more exciting. The golden years or whatever they used to have at the Cripple River, I don't think that it's that way anymore, but it was a really neat time.
No, I think Tom stopped the Cripple River stuff up in Nome when Brandon took over. But, never know. I'd like to see it come back. I wouldn't mind going up there. I know Spike Littlejohn spoke highly of it.
Yeah, we had good times up there. I was up there. Spike was up there when I was up there, so we had some really good times. Yeah, it's not the same though right now as it was then. So I don't even know what it's like at all. I know that Perry isn't up there. I know Tom. From what I understand, Tom still goes up there, but Perry, I believe, from what I understand, bought a house. Him and his family bought a house in Ireland. So maybe they're looking for leprechaun gold. I don't know, but they're not going up to Nome. I don't believe.
Well, for some of the pictures I've seen from there, yeah, there is.
Yeah, we have some Irish and Scottish prospectors. We know that they pull out some pretty impressive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Same with some up in Maine. Our friend here, who's also a YouTube creator, American Gold Prospector, he's from New England, and he dredges Maine a lot. And you saw that nugget when we were in Vermont that he pulled out in Maine.
Yes, I did.
I want to go
touched
dredge
his nugget too.
I want to go dredge Maine. It's only, 13, 14, 16 hours away. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah, I've been there. I got one of the last episodes we shot was in Maine. And from what I remember, most of the big nuggets were really oxidized. Like they had a lot of black on them, and they would soak them in muriatic acid to clean them up. I don't know if that's just the nature of the gold there or what, but I noticed that a lot of the gold was had a lot of black stains on it, like you'd see in kind of in Alaska or what's that area in Dakota where they have that other gold?
Oh,
Black
the
Hills
Black
gold.
Hills,
Black Hills gold. Yeah.
Deadwood area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
you do a good
Brian
job
says,
on your
Brian said
videos, that's
his
for
nuggets
sure.
have black in them too. Iron looking.
Yeah.
Mm.
Iron looking.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's going back soon, he says. I can't blame him.
Pretty gold.
Pretty gold. You mind if I open up the phone lines and take a few callers after my quick commercial break, Joey?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Everybody, we'll be back with Joey Wilson of Adventures in Prospecting and prospectingchannel.com. We'll be right back after a word from one of our sponsors.
Adventure, mystery, discovery. Gold panning is more than a search for beautiful rocks. Panning is a journey that can take you to amazing new places all around the world. It is an experience for all ages, bringing families closer together and fulfilling a spark of excitement when life has grown too dull. The Gold Claw pan makes it easier to take part in the journey than ever before. This expertly designed pan is made for any skill level and any age. All you need is an explorer's heart and the passion for discovery. Begin your Panay's Gold story now. Order your Gold Claw pan today and see where the adventure takes you.
We're back with Joey Wilson of Adventures in Prospecting. Where are we at? Oh yeah, phone lines.
Open them phone lines up.
I'll open up phone lines and we'll get some callers calling in, hopefully, and put that phone to use. We got that number from our friends at Carolina Prospectors for a reason, so call up, get some questions rolling. Round two.
Dano, private messenger, he's got hurt feelings. How they put his name on the banner.
Oh. It was made before Midwest Prospecting Adventures, Dano. That's my story and I'm keeping to it. Back me up, Jesse.
That's right. He named it. He named it that a long time ago. So you'll have to talk to the boss about changing the name.
Dana should be here coming with us pretty soon from what it looked like in the chat room. So. Jared, I don't know the number after he just posted it in the room.
Right.
He knows the number.
So I guess we'll ask the funny questions and what's been your scariest time out there? The most dangerous moment?
For me?
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
You had to know that was coming.
Probably every time I step foot in front of the camera. I don't know.
You're probably more comfortable behind it, right?
Yeah, it was intimidating getting on there with, when I first started getting underwater, getting that underwater footage, getting oriented with the camera while somebody's dredging, when it's your boss dredging, and you got to get the shot right and all that, and at the same time stay alive. So, that was, I guess, those kind of moments right there. Watching, make sure a rock doesn't come falling down on your head while you're trying to get a shot down was always, challenging. Those probably the most, freaky times as far as like in doing the producing television stuff and mining at the same time. Going underground really didn't bother me. That was always fine.
That was easier.
I mean, I hit my head once, so really hard underground, but I had a helmet on. But I'll tell you what, there's a reason for that. It's underground, because I would have been out cold. Yeah, you knock your head. So we're
yeah, I've been underground too, and I've hit my head with a helmet. Fortunately, I had a helmet on too, and wow, you wouldn't think it was that hard of a hit, but wow.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't see it, and you're walking, and the mine I was in, I just scooped out a little bit, and actually, I hit it going into a glory hole, or is that what they call it, a glory hole? Big old cavern where there's a little going down a tunnel, and there's a little opening, and it went off in about 4 feet of tunnel and opened up into this huge cavern. I hit my head going into that.
Was that when you worked at that mine or whatever in Colorado?
No, in Nevada. I worked at the mine in Nevada, but this was when I went down the tungsten mine with some guys from Utah or Idaho.
Luke from Indiana has a question. What's Joey's best take in a day prospecting in the mother lode?
Well, it was 2 summers ago when I was dredging. I got invited to a claim on this area called Slate Creek, which is runs into one of the forks of the Yuba River. And we were dredging, and this old timer invited me to go down there. And instead of working the gut, we started heading away from the middle of the stream, following a crack. Got underneath a tree, and we found a 6-ounce nugget, a 2-ounce nugget, and a bunch of pickers and all that. We ended up finding about, I think it was like 9-point-something grams in this one, not just one hole, but this one crack that we followed up the bank. So that was probably, it took more than 1 day to clean it out, because we had to move so many boulders and move roots from this tree that was in the way and everything. It was all on a gravel bar, though. And, that was amazing. But, it wasn't my claim. I think it was a 60-40 deal.
You said that was on the Yuba?
Tributary.
There's a creek called Slate Creek that runs into the Yuba,
okay.
Oh, that doggone cat. Here, if you hear a gun go off, I'll be right back.
What's the tension? Yeah. So, how long have you had the store going? Is this something new for you?
We started that in 2011. We started the program in 2007. We opened the store in 2011. We had the adventures in prospecting going, and next I had people coming over my house and my garage wanting to get the stuff I was using.
Right.
And anyway, and I wasn't selling online or anything. So at any rate, since I had went to college up here in Northern California, I moved my operation, sold my house and all, and moved back up to Northern California where I had went to college, to Orville, which is the city of gold and the historic downtown district here. People come in my store and they say, "Hey, where can I find gold?" I said, "You got a jackhammer?" Because literally, right underneath the foundation of our store is the Feather River. I mean, they've got it blocked off. It doesn't flow through here anymore because the levee stops it from flooding the town.
Right.
But it's river rock right underneath. There's a lot of history here in Orville. Old Chinese tunnels. Chinese weren't allowed to come out at night, so they had to build a tunnel system underneath the city. So we're right in that historic downtown district. And then we had that whole dam fiasco a couple of years ago where we all got killed. But at any rate, they got it under control, and that started a mini gold rush here. A lot of people came in Feather River and here in town and wanted to mine and whatnot. But yeah, we might be getting another gold rush here pretty quick too.
Was there a lot of gold found after that dam broke?
Yes, but not here, just here under everyone. Like a lot of people try to swoop in underneath the dam and whatnot, but they soon closed it off. Some of the workers were coming in with gold and pictures of gold that from the bedrock that was underneath the earthen dam that was underneath the spillway that all washed away. But they soon, stopped that, just like they did when they were building it back in the 1960s. They didn't let the workers pick up any gold, and if you were caught picking up gold, they would fire you. So there was so much gold that the workers were tempted to stop working and gold mine instead. So they
started a little rush.
Yeah. Yep. So we still got a little gold mine store here in the old downtown district called Adventures in Prospecting, and we show people how to use a gold pan. We got a panning tub in here. We've got, of course, you can watch all the videos here. We have it on. You can watch on the TV on the wall here. If anybody has any questions on how to use a metal detector, sluice box, dry washers, all that stuff, we've got it. So we got rock tumblers. We've got Mine Lab. Garrett, Fisher are major brands. Keen Engineering.
Speaking of metal detectors, metal detectorist Gypsy from the channel Zero Discrimination, she has a question back to the Chinese tunnels. Are the tunnels still there?
Parts of them, but you're not allowed in. You can get in there. What they've done is PG&E, which is our electric company, they actually used some of those old tunnels to route the cables and whatnot underneath the town, from what I understand. And PG&E has access to portions of those, but a lot of it's closed off. Some of the buildings downtown, you can go down into the basement and you'll see like a doorway that's been cemented and whatnot.
Right.
From what I understand, they put that there and it caved in and stuff behind there. One of my friends down the street who owns the building took me down there and showed me that, but you can't get in there. But there are some areas within the town that PG&E has access to.
Now, our friend Jerry from California Motherlode Prospectors, I believe he works the Yuba River quite a bit. Do you rent detectors?
Yes. Yeah, we mainly rent the Garrett. We have an AT Pro and an AT Max that we rent out, an AT Gold, and it's for 48 hours. So if anybody wants to check that out, they can. You can rent one for the weekend or whatever. It's not too much. We try to keep it affordable. And then, of course, we sell them too. We've got the latest models. Like from Mine Lab, we have the Gold Monster. It's a really good machine. If you read the reviews on the Gold Monster 1000, they're outstanding. We even got the Mine Lab Equinox 800, which was just till recently pretty hard to come by, but we've got them in stock. So we try to keep a good stock in for everybody so they can, find what they're looking for.
So you don't specialize in one brand,
Jerry.
right?
Pardon?
You don't specialize in one brand. You sell them all.
Well, we specialize in three or four brands, I would say. We specialize in Mine Lab, Garrett, and Fisher, and Nokta, and Macro. That's it.
You don't carry nothing like. I was just going to ask if you carried the Falcon.
Yeah.
Took it right out of my mouth.
Yes. we got all different. If we have got different packages at adventuresinprospecting.com. We have bottom line pricing. I mean, if you go to our website, you're going to get free shipping. You're going to get free. You're not going to. We'll pay your sales tax, and you're going to pay just as much as you would on Amazon. Bottom line pricing. We have some better deals.
I was just looking at the Knox 800 on your website earlier.
Did we get the 800? I don't know that we got the 800 up on our site. We have the 600. We just got
might have been the 600 I was looking at then, but it was the. Oh, actually, I take that back. It was the Garrett I was looking at. The Garrett Gold, I think. Ace Gold.
Yeah, the AT Gold.
Yeah, for those that want to go to his page, it's prospectingchannel.com.
Yeah. And that will take you to Adventures in Prospecting, right?
Yeah. Yep. So
do you take people out on prospecting tours or anything, or are you just
yeah, but those are I do from time to time, but I like people to take me out. I get to see someplace new. And I get a lot of that. It's pretty cool because I got people coming in the store from all over, and I get invited out to their claims and whatnot. And then, what I usually do a lot of the time though is if somebody comes in and they don't have a place to go, you don't have to have a claim in our area to go get gold. Right. I can put you in where open land areas that's open to the public, and put your nose right in the gold basically with a little map, and they can look on their phone and figure out how to get there. And I've got places people can go, even if you don't have 4-wheel drive, you just have a car, you want to take your mom, whatever. So, I mean, we not only show you how to do it, we give you a place to go, and you don't have to join a club or whatnot. We do sell GPA memberships and whatnot, but I mean, you don't have to do that.
I see you also sell maps. I'm looking at your map section. You got all kinds of maps.
MacGyver Muscle Machines Jeff in the chat room asked, do you sell the Tesoro Lobo to be exact?
Tesoros?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not a Tesoro dealer. I don't sell Tesoro or whites, and it's just not. I just didn't. It's just not in my area. Somebody else close by up in Paris has the whites dealership, and I just never did become a Tesoro dealer. Although this Lobo Super Track is a really good machine. I have used it before.
There you go. Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, maybe
you'll have to go somewhere else.
Try the Knox 800. I hear it's really good for gold too, or the Monster 1000.
A very similar machine to the Tesoro Lobo Super Track. If you really want to go with that sort of technology, would be the Fisher Gold Bug 2. But there's more advanced technologies now that go beyond those two detectors we were just talking about that might be a better choice for around the same price.
Okay. Jeff says that's what he uses. I love that machine.
No. Well, yeah, if he wants to talk about it more, just give me a call tomorrow or something if he has any more questions.
You can call right now, too.
Yeah, he's
calling.
I know Jeff's called in before.
Yeah.
Now, do they have the Dream Mat in their store, Jesse?
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he?
I ran into the Dream Mat guy up in Idaho, and it looks like a good product, but I don't carry it. Not because it wasn't a good product. I don't carry it because he wanted me to buy a lot of it in order to start a dealership with it. So I just passed. But I
He
saw
wants
it in
everybody. He
action.
wants everybody to buy a lot of it.
Yeah, it works. Don't get me wrong; it's not bad. But if you want to be a dealer, you gotta put out some dough, and I didn't want to sit on. I didn't know how quickly it would move, so to speak. But it's good stuff. If you were interested in Dream Mat, I would just buy it directly from Dream Mat. You can get a hold of them on the internet.
Yeah, right now that's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Well, we both use Dream Mat, and we've tried the Hog Mat, and I used to be a hardcore, expanded metal and miner's moss, and I love my Dream Mat. I even have it in my Gold Cube and my banjo pan, for that matter. So
You took out your Vortex matting and put Dream Mat in?
Yep.
Your Gold Cube?
Yeah. Yep. Dave Peterson has mats made specifically for your trays. And I was really reluctant to pull out the Vortex, but I did on one tray. And then I ran some stuff that I've gone through a couple of times. And I was like, oh, man. Rip out the other tray and put in another mat. And yeah, I've been running it ever since. That's been a couple years now. When did we get our first beta dream mats for the mini mats?
The what? The micro mat? Or no, the
Not
one you
the
got?
micro mat, because he just sent me that one. No, the other one.
About 2 years now.
Yeah. And it hasn't stopped since. Shoot. Let's work on sending Joey a set for a cube, or at least one, and then he could try it for himself. What do you say, Jesse?
You mean a tray?
Yeah, send you a map for a tray.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. I always have old cubes in stock here in my shop. I could set one up and take a look at it. I'd like to try it out though. Take it out in the field. But
you would have to take the conveyor belt out though.
Yeah, how did you take that out?
It just pulls right out.
Well, it just has some really shallow staples around the perimeter, and then it's held in with all-purpose spray adhesive, and it pulls right up, and that stuff's really durable anyway, so you're not going to really damage it if you want to put it back, if you decide to put it back. And you could go one of two ways: clean the bottom of your Dream Mat off really well, and then use an adhesive to put it back. But what I did was I bent a little, I used kind of an L bracket, and I screwed it in much like that header part on your slick tray is, where your water comes in. There before the gate, I just drilled in a little L-shaped metal piece that holds the mat in there, and that way you can pull it out, clean it out really easy, and the clean out time is literally seconds compared to washing it one way, the other way. I think the two are the marriage of two great products, and makes the two products even that much better. And I'd say that to anyone.
We put a video out showing how easy it is to clean that tray.
Or the mat period, the dredge
the mat
mat,
period, yeah.
than sluice mats. It cleans so fast. I think you'd like it. Jesse, if
I'm gonna say you might also. Have you ever tried the what is it called? The black magic stuff.
Oh, I've
maybe I could
used.
put you guys in touch with Gary Sturgill. Interview him because he's got some pretty interesting things he's doing on the beach there in Oregon, and with this black magic mat that catches this like 200 mesh minus stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I have him on my Facebook friends.
I think I've seen that black magic.
He's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So it was this guy Travis started the company, and then he ended up selling it off to Gary, and then he also, I guess this guy Travis also sold some stuff off to Joby, some of the hex pan and some other stuff. But anyways, pretty good little units he's come up with, and he's modified them and whatnot, made different sizes, and goes after that really, really fine stuff.
There's a lot of different mats out. It's really hard to try them all, but I think where did I see that? I saw a video somebody was using that black magic mat. Of course, you get online, you look on Google, and you get floor matting and stuff.
Yeah.
But doesn't that have like isn't it V cut and then have ripples in it also? That's the one.
It's got these little tiny dimples you can barely see.
It's
like,
oh, okay, the dimple one.
It looks kind of like that black mat I used to cover my computer. When you've probably seen it down by where I'm at now, Jesse, and it has a little texture to it for your gold to come in. You might be thinking of Chris's sluice from Prospectors Choice.
Right.
Because I think he has like the alluvial sluice. Kind of like
there's just so many products out. and the problem is
there's somebody dreaming of some different kind of mat right now. He's gonna make it, and he's got it.
Oh yeah, like that gold owl mat that has just recently surfaced, and that other one that looks kind of like a urethane type thing with bat wings. The riffles kind of remind me of bat wings, kind of. Then you have Keen's Miracle Mat and the tried and true carpet and expanded riffle.
Yeah, Heiner's Moss.
Yeah, I always love those loaded questions on Facebook. What kind of mat would you use on this?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
everybody's got their own, and that's that's the way it is. But it's just funny. Yeah, there's tons of different mats out there, Ray, without a doubt. And new mats coming out all the time. So it's really hard. It's like with me, like I just said a minute ago, I like to try them all out, but who can afford to do that?
Yeah, no doubt.
So. Yep, they all work. Some work better than others, that's all. Some are easier. It's all a matter of what are you willing, if you get a contractor, you've got 2 of 3 choices with your contractor. You either get a really good one that's fast, but he's not cheap, or you get a really cheap one who's fast but not good, or you get, you're not going to get all three. You're not going to get a really good carpenter that's going to be cheap and fast. So
Good carpenter's not cheap.
right. And a cheap carpenter's not good.
Right.
So with the mats, the same way. What do you want to spend all your time cleaning, or do you want to spend all your time rerunning because you're not sure? Do you want to spend all your time digging and knowing you got it all, or thinking you got it all because you don't ever get it all? There's a guy in Canada. Named Paul. He builds nice equipment, and he runs 10, 15, 20 foot of sluice box, and he runs stream mat, he runs hog mat, he runs everything and anything, and everything migrates. Like I said the other day, migration is sluice box's nemesis.
Yeah, regarding the migration, he's on the Black Magic. It comes with like a little squeegee, and you sort of, while you're running the water, it's a recirculating system, and you scrape it with a little squeegee, and it pulls up any of the larger flakes that might be migrating down. So it's sort of proactive type solution to recovering fine gold that requires, a little bit of maintenance while you're actually running.
Right.
We have a caller from a mutual friend, Joey. How you doing, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from my phone. What's going on, Joey?
Oh, wow. Is it the legendary Nugget Brain or what?
Oh, I don't know if it's legendary or not, but yeah, it's Nugget Brain.
I think I saw you recently in a Geico commercial wearing a big belt buckle.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, my hubcap belt buckle. I still have that belt buckle. Yes, I do. So anyways, if I know I've been listening for about 20 minutes or so. Joey and I have done quite a few shows. I think it's like 5 shows already with Paul Clark and Snappy Grip Tim, and we've done all kinds of shows, and they're instructionals. If anybody's interested in learning how to use equipment, go to his website, and I'm sure Joey will put all my shows up there since I'm on tonight so everybody could see the ones I did. We actually take you out in the field, open the boxes in the field, and we built the sluice box with Snappy Grip Tim. We did a sucker tube one show. We did bedrock vacuuming, and one of Joey's friends was there, Rob was there, and he found a 1.5 gram nugget in a dry wash. Some people dry wash, and we said, hey, Rob, go over there and check it out. He did, and he found like a 1.5 gram nugget that a dry washer just blew out the end of the box. I mean, we've done some great videos, and I'm still waiting for Joey to get up to Colorado so we could go do some work up there.
There's going to be another show. We're going to wrap up season 3, and there will be another Nugget Brain show. It might be the very last episode of season 3, but yeah, we'll probably squeeze you in there somehow, some way.
Cool.
Oh, geez.
Hey, Joey, I got a question.
You got to wear your belt buckle, though.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Joey, has Wayne ever challenged you to the Nugget Brain Challenge?
What is that? I'm afraid to ask.
Oh,
No, you know, because if I would have
Trouble
if I would have talked to Joey about it, he'd want to film it.
now.
well, we had two Aussies that did.
Yeah, but they didn't do the filming that Joey does.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, he'd have to be up here at my house for 30 days because I'm not going anywhere else to do it. Joey, just go back in the past.
That's a challenge right there.
Joey, just go back in the past shows. I think it was about 4 or 5 months ago when I did an interview on this radio program, and it's on there. So just go ahead and review it, and we'll talk about it later. Maybe we'll film it with somebody else.
You have to get some young greenhorn in there to do it.
There you go. Yeah, I'm just another fan right now. So,
You know, I was thinking of the snappy grips, man. It's been a while, and snappy grips sure have come a long way. If you think about it, I mean, from back when they first got introduced.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
he-
snappy
They started
grips.
out getting known because of gold prospectors, not because of construction workers or whatnot, but because of gold prospectors. They're the ones who started getting that name out there.
Well, we carry a lot of buckets sometimes, and they sure help.
Well, a lot of you people don't know, but they came out with a bucket wrangler, and it's just a hook system that hooks on a bucket, and you don't have to put a snappy grip on all your buckets. You can just use a bucket wrangler, and I believe he sells them for like $4.95 plus shipping. And I was on the development of that with Tim to get that designed after we were at an international trade show in Las Vegas back, I think it was 3 years ago. And a guy came up and says, well, I do drywall work, and I don't want to buy all these bucket handles because I'm going to throw the buckets away. So something clicked in my brain, and I turned around and I grabbed the thing that would work, and I snapped the handle. I go, well, we got these here now. And ever since then, those things have taken off too. So.
Hey guys, my battery's about dead. I'm gonna have to get going here. It's good talking to y'all.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on your show.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thanks for calling in and joining us for the past hour or so. We really appreciate it, Joey.
All right, I'll be in touch with you guys. I want to introduce you to Gary Sturgill from Black Magic. I think you guys would have an interesting talking about East Coast prospecting versus this extreme West Coast prospecting he does on the beaches there in Oregon.
Oh, excellent. Cool. That'd be cool. You could. I think I have your cell number somewhere because Jim mailed it to me, your cards, and I could send you my contact information, or I could email it to you.
Yeah.
I believe Jerry Sturgill's on my friends list on Facebook too, and you could tell him look for Ed Marvin. So.
Okay. We will do that.
Well, thank you again for joining us tonight.
Yes, thanks, Joey.
Okay. All right, you guys. You guys have a good night, and everyone out there too. We always say good luck. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you too.
Good luck to you. You bet. Yeah. Have a good
Happy
night.
fans to you.
Heck yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Well, cell technology, those batteries do drain. Dano should be, and Dano, he's in the room, and he's in his motel room. So I'm gonna try to call him in again. What's new with Watts and everything else? There in Colorado.
We've been quite busy. We're going to make an announcement tonight the week of March 13th, we bought a booth at the Sportsman's Expo in Denver, Colorado. We're going to have, hopefully Gypsy could make it. She's going to try and make it out there, be in our booth. We have Terry coming out. And we have 4 other people we've been in contact, major treasure hunters. One of them actually worked on the Anacostia with Mel.
Ooh, cool.
And he's talking about coming out. And as soon as we get finalization on them, then we'll make the announcements. They'll be there. But they'll be in the booth for like 2 or 3 hours a day. And we got a big booth. And we're going to set up our booth like nobody's ever seen it before. We're going to have the whole front open. We have a corner booth. So there'll be a lot of movement in the booth. And we're going to be promoting Watts. We're going to be promoting our lifetime memberships. And in fact, I'm leaving here Friday. I'll be back Monday evening. I'm going up to 1 or 2 of the gold claims here. We're going to be doing testing all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And then Monday, we're going to swing over to another one and we're going to do some testing. We think we know where the veins are running through the old river channels. So we're going to be digging down and testing those. And then next year, we're going to start in July because we're going to do our discoveries right now. And then next year, we're going to get up there and we're just going to go at it. We might get an excavator up there or something like that. So
Nice.
we're still in the testing process on the one claim.
Very cool.
And we
Excellent.
started here in Colorado. So but I was hoping Joey could make it up this weekend. You know, we've been talking for several months. You just can't swing it. But that's okay because I know when Joey and I do shows together, we have a good time. It takes us a few days to do an hour-long show, but it's worth every minute of our time.
I just subscribed to his channel. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. If you go over to the programs page, he's got all the shows listed
Right.
on there.
Right.
And if you order the DVD from him on how to make a sluice box, Snappy Grip Tim and I did that video, and there's actually a set of prints that you could print off at the end of it, and then you could make your own sluice box at home. Detailed instructions on how to make one.
Cool.
Yeah, and that expedition series they have too is really cool. I think I might end up getting some DVDs. I've watched the free ones a bunch, but there's...
Yeah, he's got all kinds. He was doing a gem and mineral one, finding gems and minerals.
Right,
Besides-
meteorites in Arizona.
Right.
Like NorCal dredging and crevicing, and 24 karat techniques for Arizona desert gold prospecting. Pat Keen's Finney claim. I believe that's all season 1 there. And then how to build a sluice box and use it. That's the one you're talking about. Texas gold prospecting and relic hunting. There's one for Gypsy right there. Texas gold prospecting and relic hunting. Horseback prospecting, how to read a desert wash and more. Your mother lode.
The horseback riding one, Angel Morales is a very famous person in that area, and he had horses, and I know his daughter, and then Miss Ellie from 24 Karat Club. We got a hold of them, and we actually got horses from Angel. We packed them up with the 1,800 saddlebags on the horses, and we tied dry washers on there and everything, and we actually went in. We rode in for about 2.5 miles. And we found the spot, and we prospected, and then we rode the horses back out. We didn't show the horses riding back out, but we rode back on the horses. That was an enjoyable show because I got to do some horseback riding, which I love to do.
Oh yeah, I enjoy good horseback riding, but
Yeah.
and they're not bad price. Like that one that Wayne was just talking about looked like they're all about $11.95.
Right.
Then he has production panning with buckshot, underwater and above water metal detecting, iron from the sky, meteorite hunting. I was kind of checking that one out earlier. North Cal, SoCal prospecting with Pat Keene and friends. Mining turquoise for jewelry and ghost town relic hunting. Yeah, then he has a whole nother season with a lot of great topics. And his quality's really good, Jesse. Hi.
Yes. Finally put something up there, huh?
It's actually all the stuff that Joey does is TV ready.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Oh yeah, it's one about Roaring Camp, Gold Prospectors Paradise, where old Dennis Dayton's at right now.
Right.
Flume ditch mining, all-terrain detecting, tourmaline. I like the mineral expedition season 1, 2, Blue Forest petrified wood, Texas Springs, Nevada pink limb, casting, small scale hard rock mining, how to stake a claim, wire wrapping, a lot of good stuff there at all reasonable prices, and you can buy all of them in season packages.
Right.
So,
And if you ever visit with me, I do autograph the videos I've been in. I don't autograph the other ones, but I do autograph the ones I've been in for people, and I've done that many times.
Well, I have to remember that. Get your autograph.
Yeah, that makes the brain autograph.
Yeah.
Well, I'll also have pictures. I will have pictures up at the Denver show, autographed pictures personalized to you also up there. So.
Too bad you couldn't make it out to the Gold Show in October.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
I would. October. What do I got something going on in October. Oh, I got a Gem and Mineral show over in Moab I'll be doing.
I believe our show is the 27th and 28th.
Right.
Maybe next year you should come out. It's the biggest show on the East Coast. Besides Gold Rush days every Labor Day weekend.
Right. I've been invited to the Fawcett show. Last night, Ohio invited me out there. He said I could come out and he would pick me up at the airport. But the only problem is I got this show in October to do out in Moab. I was there last year and they requested me to come this year again. So.
Oh, Fawcett's a fun place to go. It's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Jocelyn, Elizabeth, and she came out and visited us during Fawcett. It was a good time. Gold Rush is even bigger.
Right.
Same property.
Yeah, I promise you that. It's about a 35-hour drive for me, so I'm gonna try and make it next year.
Yeah, that's the thing, everything's so far away.
Yeah.
And when you live in Durango, Colorado, and you buy an airplane ticket off the top to fly out of Durango either to Denver or Phoenix is $260 plus the rest of the flight.
Wow.
It's not cheap. So
Wow.
I'm flying home next week. I'm going to fly home to see my mom. She's turning 84 years old next Wednesday, so I'm going to fly into town. And luckily, she doesn't have internet, so she can't hear this. I'm flying into Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've already rented a car, and I'm going to drive up to her house. She's got a huge driveway and a huge house she lives in. And I'm going to say, Mom, what's your plans for dinner? I'm just going to play the game with her. She goes, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to have a Polish sausage sandwich or a beef sandwich for lunch, you know. And I'll say, well, come on, outside. I'm waiting outside. There's a new one and an old one. I'm waiting outside. I'm taking you to dinner right now. Let's go, because I get in at 1 o'clock. I fly in at 1 o'clock, so I should get to her house about 1:30, 2 o'clock. She's only like 30 miles from the airport in Milwaukee. She lives in Illinois across the border, so. But I'm going to surprise her. And then Saturday, a friend of mine's mom is having a 90th birthday party. So I'm going to show up at that birthday party and surprise the whole family. I'm part of the family. I've been part of the family since I was 14. And I'm going to surprise the whole family there on that one.
So you're full of surprises, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's the way I am, you know. I do these kind of things all the time. I did that several times. Both my mom and dad just flew into town and showed up at the front door. And at least I had a place I knew I could sleep for the night. So, okay. Why doesn't somebody else call in and be the third guest of the night, since looks like I'm the second one?
Maybe we'll get a call in. Our other co-host is on now. How you doing, Dano?
Hi. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Dano made it. What's up, buddy?
Long-time host, second-time caller. Oh, man.
Okay, everybody. God bless everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too, Wayne. Thanks for calling.
Take care, Wayne.
Oh, okay, bye.
So did you get what you asked for? 15-hour days, get the job done, not mess around?
Yeah, we're done, but now we got to drive up to almost Wisconsin tomorrow and get another truckload of crap before we come home.
Oh, lovely. Lot of road tripping before Gold Rush days, huh?
No kidding.
I'm telling you, dude. We got to go 45 minutes north of Chicago tomorrow morning.
Hey, since you did make it, why don't you give a shout out to the butchers, the meat houses that helped take up that prospecting project?
Yeah, that's a big shout out to the Hunt's Butchering and to Winter's Meats. They both donated quite a bit of money. We got just a little over $100 worth of meat for this weekend.
All right.
From what
hamburgers for all.
Dano came up for a visit, as you know, the other weekend, and from what he was describing, it's gonna be some good stuff. I know the hamburgers at Dano's barbecue you missed, Jesse. Those were good. Same stuff,
I'll have
buddy.
bunches of those.
We'll be eating right. Yeah.
And I have breakfast meats. I have sausages.
Can't wait.
I have quite a bit. I was watching the show on and off at work here. Whenever we'd take a minute to get something to drink or something, I'd watch a little bit, but busy day.
I saw you popping in every once in a while.
Yeah.
Did you hear me giving you the business?
Yeah. Did you hear me giving it back?
Why is my name not on there?
It's all his fault.
It's all his fault. It's always my fault. I told you my story and I'm sticking to it.
That was pre-Dano.
That's all right. There'll be something in your burger special.
Yeah, boy.
Thanks. As long as it ain't mayonnaise.
Yeah, it might be mayonnaise, but not mayonnaise.
Oh.
All right,
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to get that sluice out that Brother Joseph gave to us.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, Aaron from oh, I forget his YouTube name. Aaron, he has a video on it. It's really good. I just watched it.
We're gonna have a few of Ron's sluices down at the Swank. We're gonna have
the Creek Critter and what? The River Raider?
the River Raider, right?
Is that a little bit bigger, is it?
Mm-hmm. It's longer and deeper, but it's more narrow. It's 6-inch. But you could run a ton of material through it, so we'll see.
Brother Joe
Check it
says
out.
he wishes it was a 3-foot riverbed hog. Well, you can always send me one of those, Brother Joe. I'll use it.
Oh,
Well,
man.
play with it, without a doubt.
Thank you, Joe.
Yes,
GTAO vlogs. There's a link to the
I was
video.
admiring it on the wall at Ed's this weekend. I was admiring it hanging there on the wall.
Yeah, it's. I had a really good visit with Joe, and I jokingly said, "Well, where's mine?" And out of nowhere, he pulls out.
Here.
He pulls out a sluice, and he has all his paper on it, and a sticker, the brochure, a nice business card and stuff, and it's like, "Here you go, buddy." I'm like, "Man, I was only kidding." Nope. Here you go. It was awesome visit. I stayed so long that I was driving down country roads in the dark, country highway in the dark through New York, saying, "Man, when's that interstate gonna get here?" Or turnpike, whatever they call it there, the throughway.
Toll road.
Oh man, up here there's toll roads everywhere, dude.
Oh,
you can't go 20 miles without paying to go down a damn road. Beep,
right.
damn road.
And ask Randy Scotty Tony. Oh no, he's from Indiana, I think. Maybe every road in Illinois has potholes in it left and right, and they still want you to pay for it.
Exactly. They're
Yeah,
horrible roads, and I guess that money's supposed to go to them, but it don't seem like it does.
Right. Yeah, Brother Joseph, I would have liked to gone down there too. And I was actually in town the day before. I didn't realize you lived there, or I would have definitely stopped in and said hi. But Ed told me as he was leaving, he was going to stop in and say hi to you. And told me where you were at. And I'm going, oh man. And I wasn't leaving till the next day. But actually, I left that night anyways.
Yeah, I didn't get to go at all. I didn't have the funds.
I know.
If I'd have did it, I'd have put me in a pinch.
Yeah, we were bowling about that too. We had a good time.
I was ready to go. Go too.
Yeah, I was at the Walmart, so he probably lived right around the corner from there.
I could have met Mojo and the whole bunch.
Yeah, Mojo's funny. Met some new people too, besides Mojo. Met someone I'd never met before. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was watching his videos. Adam's
Mojo's?
Videos. No, Adam's. I watched all Adam's videos.
Oh,
of you
Adam's.
guys up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are still in my laptop.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to mention that. Did you get those
Mention
videos
what?
out yet?
No,
From our trip?
no. I'm transitioning from program on old computer to a new program. Hey, our friend Razor's calling in.
All right.
Oh,
Hello, caller.
guys,
What's your name? Where are you calling from? What?
I'm gonna jump off here, guys. I need to get in the shower and stuff. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning to hit the road here.
Oh, all right.
You party pooper. You get up at 5 in the morning, every Tuesday.
Yeah, but I've been working 2 days, 15-hour days. Trust me, I am ready for bed, guys.
I believe it. Thanks for calling in and joining us just for a little while. Dano, drive safe, be careful. We'll see you this weekend at Gold Rush.
And it'll be Friday, my friends, because I took Friday off, so I'll be there sometime Friday.
Well,
Cool.
I'll be there for sure sometime Friday morning.
Yeah, well, I'll be there. I won't be morning for me, but it'll be Friday, probably midday or something.
And I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, that's because somebody's retired and we're not.
Oh, damn, that's right. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
All right, guys, I'm off
really,
here. I gotta go.
I'm really
shower,
happy I'm
brothers.
retired. All right, later.
See you, Dano.
Take it easy, guys.
Yep.
Bye, all.
Later.
Later.
Mr. Ray, how you doing, brother?
Hi, Ed. How you doing, El Schwenkel, buddy?
Hey, Ray, how's it going?
Doing good.
I had to call in and tell you guys, man, that I finally stepped up to plate just like you guys, and that was an absolute blast hanging out with the Cub Scouts the other day.
Yeah.
I saw your pictures and your videos.
Right, I didn't catch it live, so I didn't watch it. That is just so much fun, isn't it?
Well, the live thing didn't work out very good anyways because there's just no phone reception up there in that Gold Creek, the Lance Chance Museum basin up there. So it only lasted a couple of seconds, but I spent about 2.5 hours up there until the kids were all soaking wet and cold.
But isn't that's just so much fun watching them see gold for the first time? I mean, they get all excited.
Well, and I was super lucky too, doing it there in the Last Chance Basin. They do daily tours up there, Alaska Travel Adventures. It's one of the local tour industries. They bring up probably 100 to 200 visitors a day up there in those panning stations that are up there in that area.
Right.
And then they all give them salted gold. Well, 99%, well, let's say 90% of the people that are on those tours, they're going to lose the gold. And so they're all about the size of 16th or, 32nd, 16th, every now and then an 1/8-inch piece of gold. And so before all the scouts showed up, I went around all those tubs and I dug out the dirt that was down in those tubs. So every time I pulled out a handful of dirt and gave it to one of the scouts and helped them pan it through, they got gold every time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's just a dream area to take a bunch of kids and just have a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially when they can find the gold, with a whole lot without a lot of difficulty. I mean, kids, you don't get a very long attention span with them, so they got to be able to find it fairly easy, fairly quick, and still get the excitement of panning, So yeah, I'm glad.
Right, because they would. Yeah, none of them would have had the patience to pan that fine beach gold I got, but they definitely had patience enough to find those bigger pieces like that.
Dude, I gave up on your stuff. Even though seriously, even though I got the claw and I can clean it out pretty good, there's just so much of that fine stuff in there. You never get done. I mean, you just never. You got to use
a long flat pan to get it to come out. The claws there's not enough flat area to really get the water to pull this black sand away from the gold.
I get it. I get the gold. I get nice little lines in the back, but just You know, and I think I got it done, and I do it again, and man, there's more gold in there. It just keep coming out. It's coming out. I have your material separate from everything else. That's terrible. But I'll take some more when you send some more. But yeah, you can't.
But I kind of wanted to call in and give you guys a big pat on the back, because I know you've actually done the Boy Scouting thing, and you've also done the veteran thing and the old folks. Yeah. And you know, it's just real impressive that you guys take the extra time. I mean, here you're doing a computer web show for the general public, and then you take the time on the weekends to go out there and
It's rewarding.
It is. I enjoy teaching.
There is a selfish side to it. You know, we see their element of surprise and sense of adventure, so to speak, and it's really gratifying. And now you know the feeling that John Shaw, us, the GPS crew have when they do convalescence or assisted living, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, you name it. You are now a hero too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, I have fun with kids. I don't know how good I do with older folks, but I can sure have a blast with kids. I don't know. I think I'm just about as bad as them about getting down in the dirt and just having fun, getting muddy.
Right. See, that's what makes a difference. I was telling Ed earlier that I just talked to the high school here where my granddaughter goes, and I think I got myself hooked into doing a demo in their environmental class. So that's the other thing too. That gives, you know, because of all the crap that's going on with the environmentalists and stuff, you know, we have to figure out a way to spread the word that we're not destroying anything. If anything else, we're cleaning up the environment.
Yeah,
you know,
right. We're assisting it.
We're not killing fish. We're
giving them places to lay eggs.
We're helping.
You know, so anytime you get an opportunity to spread that part of the of what we're doing, spread that message that you know, mining is not something that destroys the planet. You know, yeah, Dan, that's right. We're environmentalists.
We're conservationists, environmentalists.
Right.
Yes, we are.
We remove heavy metals, including gold.
Including gold.
That just happens to be a byproduct. But you know, so it does. And if you get an opportunity, if any of you guys out there get an opportunity to show a kid painting, or a group of kids, you know, Boy Scouts, even Girl Scouts, any you know, Boys and Girls Club, your local grade school or high school, your junior high, or whatever, you get an opportunity to show kids how to paint. And if you do that, make sure you take that opportunity to talk about how we do take care of the environment, how what we do doesn't hurt the earth, or what we do does matter. You know, I mean, like I say,
the one thing I can kind of see that's a little bit hard. I did have a question for you guys. I mean, it's kind of, it's way easier for me, but you know, since with the area that I live in. But how do you guys try to concentrate material out there in Indiana before you go on those, and already bring the material with you, or do you just kind of rely on the hit, lick, and a miss or just get lucky?
No, it depends on the spot too.
Right. If we're taking them to like the Swank or something, then we'll teach them right out of the creek where they actually find, you know, wild gold. If it's a situation where we're going to, you know, like a club or a billiard or something like that, then we bring our own, and it's stuff that we have that's been donated, some from you, some from other people, and we use that to show how to pan. We bring gold with us. We'll bring a 5-gallon bucket. That's all we have. 5-gallon bucket with material in it. that's got probably 3-4 grams of gold in there, all sizes.
Okay.
You know, a few pickers, lots of little finds, just everything in between. Just so
Because
that
that
they
would
have-
be the challenge to so many other people to get out there and do this, is to, to remember ahead of time to actually save some of your gold off, to know that you're just going to give that gold away.
Well, we don't give it to the Boys and Girl Scouts.
Oh.
They don't.
No,
For demonstration. Otherwise, we would run out. But
Yeah, that's kind of the point I was getting at. That's kind of the point I was kind of getting at.
we do add to it, and we do give it to the vets.
Right. We do give it to the vets.
But usually when we do it, someone from our chapter comes with us, and they bring small $5 pay dirt bags and has information on the GPAA and the Buckeye chapter with history of gold being found in either whatever state we're in, either Indiana or Ohio. And then when they say, oh, can we keep, is this ours? We go, no, this is for the next one, but you could talk to this gentleman over here, Tony, or whoever it is at that time. Most time it's Tony Ledford, but
and then he sells up. He can sell them a bag of dirt to take home and go ahead and pan it out when they get home.
And it helps the chapter, and they help us. It's you stretch my back, I stretch your back, and we help educate and introduce a lifestyle to the next generation.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the question. That's kind of the question I was getting towards in a lot of ways, because I was thinking about that when I was panning with them Cub Scouts. Like, now how in the world does Ed and Dano and you, Elswinkle there, how in the world do you afford that kind of thing? Well, you actually don't. You can actually got somebody there that's, with the local chapter that's selling the pay dirt. So now I understand it a little bit better.
Right. We're just teaching them. We're not making them rich.
Well, ain't none of them Boy Scouts got rich on me this last weekend either.
Yeah. See, yeah. That way they get the experience, of finding it. But if they want to take some home, then we do have little bags available, and with the chapter, with a chapter of $5 bag, you probably get a 85% return on it. So,
right.
It ain't much, but it's enough to.
Oh man, all it takes is like one or even two little specks.
Right.
And the kids think they're rich,
Oh yeah.
Well, what was cool, our last one really, we helped Ben Shears, Tier 3 prospecting out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, at a camp in Northeast Indiana. And the kids' mission from every little den was to bring their own material.
Okay.
And you
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do
that, Ray.
Or give them
that
better.
was a bad idea. You're paying a whole lot of dirt for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, let's say through the chain of communication, there was a lot lost.
Yeah, like not your mother's flower bed.
Not
the gravel on your driveway.
Not the gravel in your driveway. Yeah, not
somebody dug it out of the fish tank.
Not the
they
river.
Got into Kathleen's koi pond.
But we did get one kid though who brought a 5-gallon bucket of river material.
Yeah, went through their own property, and the dirt looked good.
And we did find a little bit of gold.
And an arrowhead.
Well, I'll be damned.
Right, an arrowhead. That's right.
He was stoked. So
the mom was even more stoked.
Oh yeah. Jesse was right on top of it. working
I
on
was
getting
on it, but I didn't get it.
working on permission, but yeah, he didn't get home on that, did you, brother?
No. But I tried. But yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off the yacker, and just wanted to give a call in and give you guys, all of you guys, a big pat on the back for, you know, all you do for your communities down there in Indiana and Ohio with your outings that you guys do, you know, and then the private lessons that you do with the, you know, all the different groups. You know, that's a big heart, guys, and I really appreciate seeing it.
Hey, you know, we've done a few. We haven't done a lot. We're working on more, but, you know, we'll get there.
All right, buddy.
It's a lot of fun.
You guys have a good night.
All right, Ray.
Thank you, Ray,
Bye.
and pat on the back for you too, our friend.
Absolutely, because you're part of the group now too.
That's right.
All right, night, guys.
Good night. Always enjoy a call from Ray.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
Prospect with him.
Oh, me neither. Hey, we had birthday boys calling.
Oh.
That guy. Oh, me neither. Hey, we birthday boys. Echo. Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John.
Thank you. And I got my hat from Digging with Maddie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it made it here, and it looks great. Thank y'all.
Well, while you're on, I need to do something else. Know what weekend it is of the month?
It's coming up on the last weekend of the month, which will mean Patron Giveaway and whatever.
Yeah. Well, tonight we're going to give away a surprise package because I didn't put a lot of thought into it this month because of everything going on with the trip to New England and Gold Rush and other stuff. But I guarantee it will be a good one. I got the list of patrons on. Let me do a little finagling here on my screen and move it over so our, oops, not the commercial, sorry everybody. But as you can see on the screen in front of you, I have the list of our patrons. Patrons are those who take the extra mile and support us monetarily. Believe us, the more we want to do, the more we appreciate those like John who believe enough in us to help us. And I'm trying to work more on showing my appreciation. We're trying to show our appreciation more, and that's why I want to give back to you guys who help us, John. I really appreciate it. Let's see who wins this month.
We need a drum roll.
Jeffery.
Jeffery Behnke?
Yeah.
Nice.
He'll be at Gold Rush, and if you're in need of prospecting gear, he'll head over to prospectinggear.com. That's Jeff's website. And all right. I know one thing's gonna be in it, and I have it right here in my hand, and I've been talking about it for the last couple of shows, and it's made by our friend Jim Ham of Ham's Creations. This pen, handcrafted pen in Erie, Ohio, Early, Ohio is going to be part of the prize package right there.
All right, he'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jeffrey, and I hope to see you at Gold Rush Days. I know we'll see him in Springfield, Ohio for the Gold Show. So
You don't know if is he going to Gold Rush Days?
I'll message him here in a little while and see after the show. And if he is, I'll bring it to Gold Rush Days. If not, I'll mail it out to him. So,
Brother Joseph, you could give him a call. You might be interested. I don't know.
so what else is going on, John? Have you been doing any demos or anything lately?
I've got one coming up next week, I believe, scheduled for nursing home, and we're gonna have a little fun there. And like I say, I took and Matty had said he hadn't, had just panned that one time at a gold show out in California, so I went ahead and I sent Matty a little bag of dirt, and
nice.
I think Jaron said he'd seen where Matty was playing with the dirt, and I got a little message said just going through it dry, he found 3 or 4 little pickers in it. So you gotta keep the fever going.
That's right.
Next thing you know, you'll be doing gold videos.
Never know. There is gold in Jersey.
Oh, right.
Well, like I say, I just I was glad to hear you enjoyed it too, and so that's always a good thing. You get somebody interested or somebody that is interested, show them the way.
Right. Well, now Ray's jumped into that group of people that do that. That all started with you. You realize that, don't you? Huh? You realize that, right?
Well, that's what some folks say. I just like to share and give back to the community for some of the good stuff that they've given me.
Right.
And that's where I get my enjoyment. It lets me give back to the community.
Yeah, it does. It makes you feel good, and it helps you. You realize you are giving back by teaching younger people, and even the old folks like us. Give them something to do.
Oh yeah.
Well, not you. You're still young.
Oh, I don't know. I'm catching up to you real quick. Yeah, I made 58 today. So.
Well, yeah.
They say we all living longer, so maybe I'll be lucky and got another 58 to go.
There you go. Ready, Jesse? A 1. A 3. Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Joshua! Happy birthday to you!
Thank you. And y'all have yourself a good evening. Like I said, I just wanted to let you know that I did get the hat from the show, so cool. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
And don't forget, Dennis Dayton ain't got nothing on us.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
I don't have to
John.
mute this one. All right, y'all take care of you.
Have a great night, John. Very much.
Bye.
Bye. Our good friend John Shaw, John Wolf in the chat.
Yep.
If you're not yet a subscriber to him, check out his channel. He does reviews and on all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Sluices, pans, pay dirts. He just has a good old time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we should call it a night. What do you think, Ed?
Well, I need to get in 2 more commercials before
Oh,
we
no.
call it a night.
What have you been
So,
doing?
I was queued up for a commercial, and one thing led to another, and another led to another, and then John came on, and that reminded me of another, and you noticed the oops during that.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
Let's get it done.
uh,
I'm ready to go myself, man.
no, not yet, not yet.
Who's that?
Commercial.
Go.
All right. A little quick break from our friends over at Prospectors Radio and GoProspectorspace.com. The place for prospectors, rockhound, treasure hunters, and whatnot to meet and mingle. Find connections, right, Jesse? A lot of us in the room are members.
Right.
And
Well,
they,
you know, it's what's brought a lot of us together. You know, they've got I think close to 6,000 members now, and it's brought a lot of people that normally wouldn't come together like this because it's such a spread out community. And Gold Prospector Space has taken that and brought everybody together. They a bunch of good people run that place. Tim runs that place well. It's just I hope it keeps going and going and going.
Definitely, definitely. You know as well as me, we're definitely right in Tim's corner with Prospectors Radio and GPS. And another good friend of ours. Let's take a listen.
Hey, this is Michael from iPanForGold.com. You know, I love to receive emails and photos of the gold my friends recover from our pay dirt, and they're not too shy to tell me about it either. Just check out some of the reviews, photos, and even videos that they have posted on our Facebook page. In fact, here are some of my not-so-shy friends now.
I'm Aaron, and I pan for gold.
I'm Caleb, and I pan for gold.
I'm Ed Marvin, and I pan for gold.
I'm Erica, and I pan for gold.
I'm James, and I pan for gold.
I'm Jern, and I pan for gold.
I am John, and I pan for gold.
I'm Mark, and I pan for gold.
I'm Tony, and I pan for gold.
This is Rob from Nashville, and I pan for gold.
Be sure and check our Facebook page and website for the latest offers, blog articles, and videos. What's in your pan? I hope it's pay dirt from iPanForGold.com.
Yep, our good friend Michael MDV from iPanForGold.com. I know Golden Pay Dirt Reviews has some reviews on Michael's pay dirt. I know Ray likes it. I know I like it.
Yeah, he did a really good review on Lou's stuff too. Old Fever Remedy.
Yeah.
Did a nice review for her. She's our buddy.
Oh yeah, good old Lou. She's quite the marketer too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she is a funny lady. I hung out with her for a couple times for a week or so. She is funny. She's got.
Yeah, I wish I would have made that GPS outing down at Lou's.
She's got a wit, boy. Let me tell you.
I had the pleasure of meeting her and Robert at the Nashville, Tennessee show a couple years ago, and it was really great getting to know them. Went out to eat with them, had a good time with the GPS crew or the Prospectors radio crew, and with David and Mita Bogan was also there. It was a good time. It's a good time. Yeah, I kind of finagled my way. Judy wanted a trip to my son and stepsons, and
yeah, I remember when you did that.
I'm like, let's do it here, and I'll go to the Gold Show for a day.
Right.
It worked out. It was a good time. Remember, if you're in need of any prospecting gear out there, we have several good choices to choose from down in the description below, from carolinaprospectors.net to prospectinggear.com, and boy, oh boy, if you're going to Gold Rush Days, check us out. Look for our camp. We'll be flying a couple of banners. The Take a Vet Prospecting banner will be flying, and the Flash in Your Pan banner will be flying. Also, coming up, just a couple months away, the Gold Show in Springfield, Ohio. They canceled the North Carolina show. So it might be worth it for some of you to take a drive to Springfield and join.
They're still looking for vendors for that show also.
That's right. If you're interested in being a vendor.
And it doesn't have to be just gold either.
No.
It can be, outdoor equipment. It can be anything that
camping gear.
Right.
You name it. It could be it.
Anything outdoor like that would be more than welcome. I'm sure. Get a hold of Sonny Lucas, or if you're a GPA member, you can probably contact them directly. Yeah. So that's the only show they're going to do here on the East Side this year. East Side. The East Coast. I've been living in Toledo too long.
Yeah, actually, Jesse, Dano, and I, along with Patrick Moore, I believe, will be doing gold panning demonstrations at the Felix Pay Dirt Panning Zone at the Gold Show. And I believe we have a celebrity that's going to be sharing the panning zone with us.
Right. We're going to be panning right alongside with Emily Rydell.
That's right. We'll have to work on her about being a guest on our show there.
Yeah.
And also, we are having the Dream Map booth too, right?
Yes, we will be having a booth for Green Man also.
Okay.
Golden Pay Dirt Review. What are you asking about? Are you talking about the Gold Rush, which is this weekend, or the Gold Show?
He might. I believe he's in New York.
Right.
He might be talking about the Gold Show. Well, why don't we have him call in?
I don't know. Why doesn't he call in? He knows the number, doesn't he?
I don't know. Where is the number?
Jaron. Calling Jaron. No, David Peterson won't be there, Scotty.
No, we'll be the representatives for it. Jesse is like an encyclopedia of Dream Mat. That guy, you're pretty involved with David Peterson.
Right.
So we'll be representing them. We'll be having a Dream Map booth, and we'll be alternating between the panning zone and
the booth.
I believe Barb's gonna be joining us too. So
oh, cool.
I think Dana's suckered her into being in the booth the whole time while we alternate, so someone's always there.
Cool.
I would have loved to made it down to the Crony Club outing, but Ray's gonna be there. That's a bummer, but unfortunately this year I can't do it.
Can't do both.
Maybe if things work out, we could save our pennies and take a flight to Juneau. Do you have a place where we could set up a couple of cots? Hey,
do you have a couple cots?
We got a phone call. I think it might be from Golden Pay Dirt Reviews. Cool. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Martin from Golden Pay Dirt Reviews.
Hey, Martin.
Welcome, Martin.
How's everyone doing? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Definitely. Oh, yeah, I hear you good. How are you doing, Martin?
I'm doing fantastic. And how about you guys?
We're hanging in there.
Good, definitely.
I woke up this morning, so that's good for me.
Yeah, definitely. God bless. Yeah, I hear that. I just turned 40, so yesterday was my birthday, too.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday.
Ready, Ed?
Yep. 40. The big 40.
He's still a youngster,
Jesse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, youngster. Sure.
Well, Jesse's like 75 or so.
No, I'm not.
Okay, 68. I'm going on 58, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm young then.
You're still a youngster.
I feel old though.
I hear you, brother. It's not
first time caller. I'm always on the channel. First time caller. So I definitely stoked about that guy. Stoked about that. You guys rock. Love your station. You guys definitely are the best.
Well, I don't know how, because we're not doing anything other than just sitting here bull crapping with everybody. But I tell you what, though, I started watching your Pay Dirt Reviews, right? The first one I actually watched was Lou's, because she mentioned it, right? So I started watching that. And I started watching your other reviews that you do. And what I like about your reviews is you don't spend a lot of time showing us how you pan. First of all, that's one great thing. Because first of all, when we sit there and watch it, we're all going to tell you you're doing this or that.
I do it this way.
But it's really good that you do that. And you take the time to explain everything you're doing, breaking it down to the ROI that you get and all this other stuff. And it's really cool that you seem to be doing an honest job of it, and that's what matters.
I try. A lot of, you'll have your certain haters saying, you did this, you contacted this company, it would make no sense for a pay dirt company to give me a load of bags, and then when that person goes out and buys that bag of pay dirt because they think they're going to get that Roy, they'll never go back to that company and buy a bag of pay dirt. So I try to explain to everybody, your first impression is the best impression. If you give someone a good bag of pay dirt, you're going to continue doing it. I sell pay dirt. I give nobody a better bag of pay dirt than what they're not supposed to get. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, this makes no sense. So when another reviewer says, Golden Pay Dirt Reviews, ask this person for this, it doesn't make any sense for that person to give me something like that, because then nobody would ever buy nothing after their first bag. It'd just be a heartbreaking disappointment, and then it's just complete idiotic stuff. So I try to be, I don't want to be boring. That's why, but, because some people say, it's too long, 22, 25-minute videos. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Some people enjoy it. Some people just want to see the gold recovery from each company. But with Lou, with Gold Jitters, no one ever did a pay dirt review of theirs, and I was very surprised because they have an awesome gimmick, like with the blood bag and the cough medicine bottles. I thought that was fantastic.
Believe it or not, I was sitting in Alabama at her table when that idea was born. It was funny because we were just, Lou's got a really strange imagination. She's funny as hell. But we were just sitting around talking about, talking about pay dirt and talking about this, talking about that. Late at night, had a few drinks, da da da. And said, we need something to take care of that remedy. Ooh, how about a bottle of medicine? I mean, just like off the cuff, just talk. Next thing I know, she's selling it. I have a bottle myself. But yeah, what a cool gimmick. Well, see,
no, it really is.
Someone tried to steal that from her, and I think.
And it boosted her traffic to her website.
Right. They tried to steal it, make it their own, but it didn't work because what happened was it drove everybody to her website. So.
Well, because they made the confusion probably of seeing it and then bringing, or maybe just any publicity is good publicity, even though it's bad. I mean, it still brings attention.
Right. So I guess it really boosted her sales of the fact that she had to go get some more gold.
When I actually got that pay dirt, and long story short, I tried to get that pay dirt for like 5 months. I didn't know them, and I didn't know they actually get their own gold. They're dredging for their own gold. They don't go out and buy gold. So,
right.
So when they run out. They just, they close shop on their website until they restock, for the next whatever summer or spring it was. So the other reviewer, who I'm not going to say, who said I contacted Lou, and I called Lou just because of the situation that happened, and long story short, and only thing I ever did, and I didn't put the cookies in the bag and say I was Golden Pay Dirt Reviews. I just wrote her an email that is attached to my email saying my name is Golden Pay Dirt Reviews. I didn't tell her that. But then when I spoke to her, I said, she goes, Martin, I would never give you a loaded bag. It would make no sense for me. And then it turned around, the other person who did the bag winds up getting a good Roy anyway. So it made no sense of of saying someone is lying. But, it's just made, it just says that Lou, she's really honest.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And even her husband, I forgot his name.
Robert.
Really, really great people. I mean, really are. But, you can't go wrong with their pay dirt. It's one of the best Roys I ever had with pay dirt. And I know it's not about the Roy. I know it's not, but it's
right.
But you definitely want, if you're going to spend $60 to $80, you want something back, no matter what. I don't, at least a 60% Roy, because, it's hard to make $1. It's not easy to go out.
And you can't expect them to give you, give it to you for their cost, their price.
Of course not.
Gold,
yeah.
I mean, I've been to her spot. She taught me how to dredge underwater, how to, when I was down there. And it's a lot of work. They spend a lot of time, or they used to. Spend a lot of time getting that material out.
I would say any company that sells pay dirt, a 35 to 40% on their end is fine. So if someone makes a 60% Roy, that's more normal because you're making 40%. So if you sell a bag for $100 and you make $40, but if you're moving a lot, but you got to move a lot to make that kind of money. If you're if you're just selling, periodically here and there, it's really hard to give someone a good Roy because you're not making a lot of money. But if you're a big company like Lynch Mining now, they can make a half a gram bags for $25 because they're pushing them a lot. So a lot of there's that that good and bad with selling pay dirt. I sell pay dirt honestly not to make money. I to recycle my gold because I got to keep my channel running. So and I don't know if a lot of people know, but to run a YouTube channel, it is expensive. And especially dealing with gold because you got to constantly. I have to constantly buy pay dirt, and they're not cheap. And no one really gives me pay dirt. But I want to actually add this in. If no one knows about my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, I got 8 different companies sponsoring me, giving me a bag of pay dirt to add to the metal detector and the sluice I'm giving away.
Cool.
So one winner will get a metal detector, a sluice, and 8 bags of pay dirt.
Wow.
So that's going to be a mega 1K subscriber giveaway.
I'm gonna.
It will be. I don't know if I ever seen anything like that, but I am a talker. I'm from New York. I can sell a book of matches that were wet. So, I mean, I could. So I got a lot of things, a lot of good things going on. But make it short. I have the baby sleeping in the room. You guys rock.
Thank you. Thanks. I had a nice drive through New York actually. Stopped at the Herkimer mine and.
I haven't been there yet. My wife wants to go, but we haven't. That's up there, upstate New York. I'm dying to go to upstate because that's where supposedly the bigger placer gold is in New York.
You're in the boroughs? Are you in,
I'm in
Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. I'm in the concrete jungle.
Yeah, I used to live a little upriver from you.
Too bad you can't keep your gold in New York, huh?
What they don't know won't hurt them.
I was trying to explain that in the chat, and then the King's Law basically states no matter if it's in your backyard, on the deed of your property, in small fine print, it says no one can bear or possess any precious metals that you find, even oil.
They own all the minerals, all
Wow.
the mineral rights, all the oil, anything that's of value in the ground is theirs.
That's it. You have to hand it in. But of course, what they don't know don't hurt them. But if you do have a sluice and you are sluicing on a river, and the forest police or whoever sees you, catches you, and you have physical gold on you in the vial and on your sluice, they give you a $2,500 fine. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yikes.
$2,500 is a lot of money. And just imagine you have like $3 in gold. Oh God, I'd have a heart attack. I would have a heart attack. But
you could always go to Vermont or Massachusetts or somewhere else, Maine.
Yeah. I'm actually going to take a trip to Virginia, the gold belt down there, which isn't too far. I heard they have like some of the purest gold in the United States. So
he says that.
It's some nice gold though.
Am I right or no?
Who knows? Who knows?
Some good gold, and it's supposed to be some of the purest in the lower 48. Or Georgia has some of the purest too.
Yes, I heard of Georgia and Chryson Gold Mine. I saw a lot of. I haven't done a pay dirt review of them yet, but I heard their gold is like almost pure. So,
right from the ore they mine there. Right. They have the only active working stamp mill still left in that part of Georgia, and it's pretty cool. Tammy, the owner's wife or the co-owner, she's a really nice lady too.
Bill. I don't know what his name was. Yeah, she's got a cool car too.
Yeah.
She got a really cool car.
I think it was solid gold, wasn't it?
It was gold plated, yeah.
Yeah.
Got gold all over that thing.
Gold plated Cadillac.
I guess that mine is making some real good money.
Well, it's like any tourist place. I don't want to say trap, but it's got, you know, and you go through their mine, and it's got a nice little display of mining equipment and a pad you go down. And they show you about their stamp mill and how everything was set up, and they have the whole plant set up, not running, and they show you where they crush their ore and run it down the chute into a trough where they get their pans of material that you buy to pan, right? So they have these two of them, two cement troughs that you bought a pan and a pan of material, and you learned how to pan. And you talk about somebody that can pan quick. That Tammy is fast. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Oh, the girl there?
Oh yeah, Tammy.
Yeah, I saw her on YouTube. She has like the fastest woman panning YouTube video.
You should see her in person doing it. It'll blow you away. What?
Yeah, actually, on our video at the Croissant Mine, I believe, she does a MDV from My Pan for Gold challenges her to a panning contest, and poor guy gets stomped.
He didn't even get started, and she was done.
with who's gold? Her pay dirt or his pay dirt?
Hers, right out of the trough.
Okay.
Yeah, they just scooped up a pan from the trough.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, because I pan for gold is not the. I mean, it's pretty easy, but not easy enough. It's got some black sands and stuff. I don't think Croissant Gold Mine, coming from a mine, would have a lot of black sand.
No, there's very little. It's
very
mostly
little, yeah,
quartz rocks, so. But still, she still was impressive in a steel pan to boot, an S-wing pan. So.
Yeah, that was a woman who came out with a gold pan from her family. So she probably, she came out, in a diaper and 2 gold pans in a vial instead of a bottle.
yeah, probably. Yeah, snuffer bottle and a gold pan. There you go.
The snuffer bottle was the baba. They put the milk in the snuffer bottle for her.
Definitely a place to go visit, though.
Definitely.
It's on the bucket list. It really is.
Dahlonega is a nice area. You have the Consolidated Mine. You have Croissant. You have the museum downtown where the bricks have gold in them. In the old courthouse where the museum is. So.
Oh, get out of here! Because they made it out of material which had gold in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked. I was just going to ask you, you guys ever see that inventor Sluice Goose?
Oh, yeah.
He
was on our show.
Sluice Goose and Magic.
He just redid some of the things on it. Man, that machine, I would die for. That thing cleans the gold so easy. There's no more fun in it. It's just fill it up, take it out, and you got everything possible that was in there. Even that guy, if he can get that pushed out, God bless him. That looks like one heck of a machine.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, guys. Enjoy your night, because I know you guys wanted to get off before. And I can ramble.
Yeah, you have the gift of gab, my friend. Are we gonna see you at the Gold Show?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know how far Ohio is from me, so.
You're in Bronx. It's probably about 12 hours straight through with lots of coffee and peeing on the go. So you'd probably want to allot about 14 hours of roughly.
Yeah, I would take a train. I would not drive.
There you go.
Take the train, rent a car, and make it a weekend.
There you go.
That sounds like a plan. There's no party without Martin from Golden Pay Dirt Reviews.
There you go. So I hope to be seeing you approach us at the panning booth.
Right.
Yeah,
or at the Dream Map booth.
Or at our Dream Map booth, yeah.
Or maybe a vendor. Maybe I'll bring 50 bags of Brooklyn's finest AU and get a table and
There you go. I know they would appreciate it.
Yeah,
I think it would work out for the best.
Yeah,
I think they definitely need more vendors. Like you said. And who knows? Maybe that will pay for the trip. You never know. You never know.
Never know.
Well,
But
if you don't do it,
you
won't.
don't know.
Yes, I know that. You never know until you try.
That's right.
All right, guys.
Well,
Have a nice
thanks
night.
for calling in, Martin. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll call them more often. Yeah, I'll call them more often since you guys have the gift of gab like myself. Take it easy and God bless and good night.
Right,
you too. Thanks, Martin.
Bye.
He sounds like a really cool.
Is that
that's
right?
the one. That was right next to the entrance road to the Loud Mine in Cleveland.
Right.
We kept saying, "Oh, we need to go down there," and we never did.
As we drive by,
we
go there.
we said that a lot of times, though, do we, Jesse? Oh, we should go there, but never did. So, and somewhere else on the list to go the next time we're down there.
Yeah, but here's the thing with me. I don't particularly care to go to places where everybody goes. Tourist type places don't thrill me.
No, neither with me. Like, we spent too much time at Thermal City, in my opinion.
Right.
In North Carolina, when we could have been exploring elsewhere. And like you said, at the panning booths, you know why we're here, right? Yeah, because we paid $10 pan all day. That's why we're here.
Yeah, that was such a funny thing when we did that. But yeah, I think we should call it night. It's going on 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and I got to wake up early in the morning and do the grind. And hopefully I won't damage my fingers anymore.
Yeah, I guess I got to load up tomorrow and get myself down to the swing. Unpack, set the camp up, crash, get up in the morning, come back home.
Do me a favor, though, and keep a place where I can get my pop-up in fairly easy.
Yeah, well, I can move my tent.
You have a big tent.
It moves really easy.
Okay. I trust you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, we got 90 feet of space. The Buckeye chapter has set us up really nice, so, and I'm thinking we might not even need it all, but we'll see.
Well, we'll see. As long as I have a good place that's easy for my hotel to pull in.
Yeah, I think there will be that huge motorhome was back in there when we were there last, or when I was there last.
Yes, I do, Ray. It's about that time. It's been about a year too long. Ray was saying I need better glasses.
Or better aim.
Yeah, but that was a saw, and this one was a gusset. Those spike plates they press on trusses and stuff.
Yeah.
I was nailing down some engineer I-beams type of things, floor trusses or joists, and my thumb barely touched that steel, and man, it bled worse than the thumb I nicked with my saw blade. It bled terribly.
You ever see the scars I got all over my arms from working at Chrysler?
Oh, tons.
Just touching steel, man. Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff.
Did you read Brian's comment? You guys need a movie for the side of the pop-up. My pop-up don't make as good of a movie screen as the side of your trailer, Brian.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to get away from, that stuff while I'm out there. So we're not glampers.
No.
Like American Gold Prospectors. That's a glamper there.
Yeah, he has a rolling palace. Nice setup. Nice racing trailer he has fixed up for, man, he's doing good. He's the hot tubs.
Yeah.
Attracting feral women. There you go.
I just saw a hot tub on a trailer. We're pulling to the campgrounds.
There you go. Well, they have those blow-up ones,
Right. Yeah, there you go, Brian.
You get one of those blow-up ones, you could blow it up. I think they even have an option for like a wood stove heater on some.
Why not? Okay,
Why not?
Good night.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Hope to see you at Gold Rush, those in the surrounding area. And we'll be back Tuesday after Labor Day. Who's our guest?
I don't know.
I'm looking. We have Chad Watkins from Ice Cold Gold.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So start researching on Chad Watkins.
Yep. I guess. All right, Ed. And hanging out with us tonight. We still got 26 people watching. So
excellent. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Hit the thumbs up.
Yeah. If you're not yet a subscriber, please subscribe and become part of the notification crew and hit that bell. We're here every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us with Toledo, Jess, Dano, and I. So enough of that, because we're just starting to ramble on. Until then, folks.
I'm just sitting here waiting for you to say good night.
May you always have a flash in your pen.
And you know what he's going to say next.
That's right. Maybe one day, too, we'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jesse.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, HD Shovelhead. Brian, Luke, Jaron, thank you, buddy. Dan, Ray, everybody.
Good night, Bob.
Yeah.
And of course, our favorite moderator, Jaron. Good night, buddy. Thanks.
That's
For a
right.
lot of help.
Definitely. Bob, you're gonna hear Iron Marvin because I didn't see.
Hey, good night, Scotty. Good night, Martin.
Losing enough and working for the gold. Working real hard, doing all they can. Every day on the creek or bay, flashing your pay. Every day on the creek or bay, flashing